Episode 3, Spurs Rebuild Free Agency. Before we dive into free agency, though, I do want to say I got to show y'all the staff. I think I did a very good job with the little bit amount of money that I did have left over after signing this guy for $18.7 million, which is a big dent in the available budget that we had. Right now, our available budget, as you can see in the top right screen, is 0, but that's because our staff is 17 out of 17. We're full. A couple things that I did get while y'all were away. I went and got a shot doctor, Gary Harvey, good badges, good attributes. We got a big man coach, some Simon Blair, good attributes, good badges. The perimeter D coach is already here before me, so I just left him there since he still has 3 years. We got a guard guru, Shannon Butler, who his attributes and his badges are amazing. I kind of like him for a head coaching opportunity in the future. Scouting department, we went and got a foreign scout. We got 2 domestic scouts, even hired a woman, Crystal Carroll, woman empowerment. Definitely was happy to give her the opportunity. Sports medicine, we went and got a strength trainer, a sports psych, and a physio. And we looking good. A couple of y'all were in the comments giving me suggestions on what to do about the head coaching guy and to change him and edit him. But what I want to show y'all is I think it's because Michael Stafford, which I think that's how you say his name, because he's a part of the 2K staff. I don't know if some of y'all know that, but he's a real person who helps, create 2K. I think he is in a part of like the attributes of the players or whatever. Google him and this is his face and everything. But I think because he's a part of the 2K staff, you can't change him. You can't edit him. They don't allow that. He's the only coach that you can't edit. When I go to my other assistant coaches, you can edit their appearance, change their name and how they look. You can do all of that. So what I might do in between episodes is I might fire him, and hopefully it doesn't hurt us too bad. And I might hire a random auto-generated coach and change him to whoever I want him to be, and do something like that. But I didn't realize that you can't change him or edit him. But it makes sense. But anybody else that's like a auto-generated character, you can go in here and you can change their appearance, their name, their attributes, their badges, whatever. So that's good to know. I just want to update y'all on that. Some people's hitting me up saying, make him Manu Ginobili, make him this guy. I can't. I legitimately can't. But that's the update on the coaching staff. We are much better in that department. Now, free agency. We're in day 1 of free agency, as y'all can see in the top left. $33.09 million in the cap room. When we talk about the $16 million that we're holding in cap holds, it's really between these guys who we might or probably are going to bring back. We're going to bring back Lonnie Walker. Romeo Langford, I would like to bring back. A lot of y'all was happy to see that I had high hopes for him and a plan for him a part of this series. But I won't lie, if absolutely needed, we could cut ties for him to create more money to go get somebody that we really want. But I do think $33 million will be enough. DJ Wilson, I like him, so I'm probably going to bring him back on a cheaper contract. And then Joe Wieskamp, never hurts to have the shooting that he would be able to offer. What's his exact attribute for 3-point shooting? Also 6'6", 85. So, for a minimum contract or 897,000 is not bad at all. But free agency, $33 million. When we go down these pipelines, a lot of these guys, it just don't make sense for our timeline and what we're doing. James Harden, Kyrie, Bradley Beal, even Zach LaVine. With us drafting Johnny Davis, not that these guys wouldn't be better than DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray fits the timeline better with the younger core that we have versus a James Harden and these other guys. So I don't even think they would even want to come. When you look at James Harden, his offers, he's probably going back to the Philadelphia 76ers. Kyrie is going back to the Nets. And Bradley Beal is the only one that's probably going to move. The Pistons have his eyes right now. We'll see what happens with Zach. He has no offers. This is one of the realistic guys that we can chase. DeAndre Ayton. Somebody was in the comments telling me to go after Colin Sexton. There's no reason for us to even entertain the idea of going after Colin Sexton. But Ayton, a restricted free agent. Right now, the Suns are his number 1 team to go back to. They're offering him a 3 years, $69.87 million with a player option. The Trailblazers are second, and they are tied with them at 100%, and they're giving him the 4-year, $95 million. I would assume that the Blazers aren't as good as the Suns, so he's probably, if it's between the Suns and the Blazers, you probably go back to the Suns to play with Chris Paul and Devin Booker for a little bit of less money. than to go to Portland. If that's just, you know, what his what he's looking for, which I don't think I can see his interest level or what makes him go. Or maybe I can. It does tell you. It's supposed to tell you okay, there it is. Play for a winner is somewhat important for him. Financial security is very important, and he's loyal. So he's being loyal to the Suns, but if we can throw him a bag, you know, maybe it would change him. 4-year, 22 million. I want to know exactly what the contract is for the Blazers. So I'm not a mathematician, so we're going to pull out the phone and we're going to go right to the calculator. And we're going to see what is wrong app. What is 95.76? I want exact numbers divided by 4. So they're giving him 23.94 million. So we want to make sure in our offer that we sauce it up. We want to give him more than 23.94. So I want to see what's the most we can give him first and foremost. It's probably the 33 million, right? And we want to sauce it just a tad bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him 20. I'm going to give him 25. There's nothing else we're going to really do with this money, in my opinion. So if we give him 25 over 4, that's a $100 million contract, which is, that's just $6 more million than what he was already getting, right? 23.94 times 4. They were giving him 95. We're giving him $5 more million, right? We can handle $5 more million. We're not going to give him no type of option. We're going to offer this. And we're going to see where it ride. I know a lot of y'all going to be excited. As far as that, though, I'm not going to hold y'all. A lot of y'all, we have pretty much a full roster as far as minutes and opportunity goes. The one thing we need to make sure we have available for this roster and these players is minutes. DeJounte has to play minutes. Johnny Davis and Josh Primo have to play minutes. Lonnie Walker, who's going to be back onto the roster. Right now, he's in restricted free agency, so they don't have him on here. But he's a part of that. He needs minutes. Potentially Romeo Langford will be in this 3 small forward category. He would need minutes. And then Keldon Johnson can probably play minutes at the 4. You know, Dougie is a trade chip. Sohan potentially is going to need minutes. And then we have the bigs. Obviously, if we bring in DeAndre, the honest or the realistic thing is this. If we bring in DeAndre Ayton, Jakob Poeltl is going to become expandable. We're going to be looking to trade him aggressively. Within that trade, because Jakob Poeltl is a 79, he's 26, he's on a team-friendly contract, he's a good basketball player. He's going to bring a return. So because of that, whatever he brings, that player is probably going to deserve minutes. He's going to bring back a certain type of caliber of player. So we might potentially have to attach somebody to his trade and maybe have a big trade. So, for instance, we could take Jakob Poeltl and pair him with a Josh Primo or a Devin Vassell or hell, a Keldon Johnson, depending on what the trade is, and try to make a home run hit for a more established wing. And we would have DeJounte, an established wing, and DeAndre Ayton, and then we would have some youthful players to fill in the holes with Lonnie Walker as a 6-man. Potentially, if we trade Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell would still be a part of here. Vice versa, if we trade Devin Vassell, we still have Keldon Johnson. We would be put into a more serious role to compete at a higher level. So that's just what we're looking at. The rest of the spots, though, because we have 9 players, we're bringing back a few. We're probably going to have to try to bring in some vets as well. Some older players that aren't looking to play, that aren't looking to make money, and bring them into the mix. So let's first and foremost see. DeAndre Ayton agrees. After the first day of the free agency, he is agreeing to come and play with us. And they're asking us to renounce the rights to DJ Wilson and Joe Wieskamp. I want to see if we renounce the rights, do it affect us trying to get DeAndre Ayton? I don't think so. So I want to see who signed. DeAndre Ayton has signed with the Spurs, right? I believe the Suns have some days and some times to match. So I don't think he's going to be on a roster, but let's hope that they don't match. He's agreeing. That's 2 days. This is the 3rd day he agrees. And now when we go to our roster, did the Suns match? I think it would have told us. The Suns didn't match. So we do have DeAndre Ayton on a $107 million contract. And Now, like I said, my plan goes through where we're gonna have to shop Jakopoto around and tie him with one of these youthful players that we have. Obviously, I'm not gonna put our sixth overall pick into the trade, but the pool of Josh Primo, Lonnie Walker, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, whatever can make us the biggest splash or get us the greater return, we'll entertain. And I believe we have some picks as well. Let's go to trades real quick to see the type of things that we have to do. We're gonna make some things happen. As far as picks, we have our own first round pick. We have we have all of our first round picks, and we have an extra first round pick from the Bulls that is top 10 protected. So we have some flexibility. We can try to make some type of home run hit this offseason. I want to look around real quick at like wings and small forwards or power forwards that could be realistic targets for us. Just real quick. So far, I'm not seeing much from the small forward position, which is cool. We don't have to rush anything. Gordon Hayward makes probably too much money for my liking. Gordon Hayward is this type of player. He's ideal. You know what I mean? Gordon Hayward last year gave them what? He gave them 16.5, 5 boards, 4 assists, good shooting splits. This would be the ideal person we would want. But because they drafted Jalen Duran 10th overall, I don't know if they're, making any moves to get rid of Gordon Hayward for Jakopoto at a position that they already have filled. Who else do we have? Harrison Barnes on the last year of his deal is interesting, especially they have Holmes and they have Sabonis, so Jakopoto probably isn't ideal for them. Staying away from Julius Randle. Obviously RJ Barrett is untouchable probably. Yeah, it's not that many options. As far as legitimate wings, Buddy Hield, maybe he can stretch the floor, but Buddy Hield and Jakopoto actually are kind of similar. Jakob has one year, Buddy has 2, but 79 overall. I like Buddy Hield's shooting ability, but 6'4" small forward is a little undersized to me. I wouldn't mind entertaining the idea of Brandon Ingram. That's a joke. I'm not going to go after Brandon Ingram, but Bradley Beal signed with the Pistons. That's a big signing. Cade, Beal, Sadiq, Jeremy Grant, and Chet Holmgren. That's not a bad team at all. That's not a bad team. The depth ain't there for sure. They definitely got to finish filling out this roster, but that's actually kind of crazy and exciting. Obviously can't wear number 3 because Ben Wallace wore it. I'm gonna see if he can wear 23 because that's the number he wore in college at Florida. Let's see if I can put him on 23. Boom. There you go, Bradley. What else? Siakam is interesting. Pascal Siakam is an interesting option. This would be a very interesting option for us. They obviously are lacking at the center position in the front court. They have OG Anunoby and Scottie Barnes. It would be nothing to change Scottie Barnes' position to a power forward and to have him replace Siakam. And then they also would get, like I said, another youthful player. So maybe let's read in on the situation, get some intel. I'm feeling content about everything that's happening. So he's kind of 50-50. I'm going to test my value in free agency this coming off season. Make your plans accordingly. So he's telling them, he's willing to explore. So we might explore that. Raptor fans watching the series might say, "Oh my gosh, we would never." But we're gonna entertain that. He's the type of player we could look at. OG Anunoby or Pascal, one of them we would probably look at and see if they would entertain the idea. For me personally, if I was them, I kind of like OG and Barnes together more than I like it with Siakam. That's just me though. Like I said, Raptor fans are gonna have something to say about it, I'm sure. I have no problem with that. Nobody from the Rockets. So yeah, that's now I'm gonna look at the power forward position real quick. I'll go a little faster because I know y'all didn't come here to watch me scan through. When I was looking at the Warriors intel, they were entertaining getting rid of Draymond, but Jakopoto they don't need, and I'm not bringing in a $25 million Draymond Green on the last year of his deal at 32. Porzingis on the last year. Here's the deal. Sorry, but I plan on entering free agency this summer to gauge my market value. If we could put together a package for Porzingis, I would not be mad at it at all. But the fact that we got Aiden, that would kind of make our front court a little too dinosaurs. And we would have to play a super slow game. But boy, this would have been an interesting option. I know they have a lot. Well, they don't have the log jam anymore. Thomas Bryan isn't here. Jakopoto would be their best center, and we would be able to give them another young player and a potential first-round pick. That would have been an interesting deal. Maybe it's some guys out here at the 4. Tobias Harris makes too much money. Carmelo with the Bucks. Get your ring then, Melo. Marcus Morris Sr., who they wanted a while ago. They don't have a center. Maybe this is a type of trade, but again, at 32, paying him as much money as they are. How much are they paying him? 16 ain't bad. 16 ain't bad. 95 3, 88 mid, 81 free throw. This is nice. That's nice. Who else do we have out here? Anybody's John Collins, 84 3, 84 free throw. John Collins would be nice, but they have centers already. I'm kind of liking. Jonathan Isaac. Solid. I'm kind of liking the Marcus Morris idea. Who else is out here? I'm liking Marcus Morris, and I'm liking trying to do a big splash with Toronto. We gonna look at a way to get at Pascal. We gonna entertain that. What we have to do now is maybe try to rework a deal for Lonnie Walker. So we're gonna go to shooting guards. Where's Lonnie Walker? These are signed players, available players. Lonnie Walker, restricted free agent. They trying to say we can give him a deal with 3 years, a $15 million deal with 3. How many offers does he have? That seemed like a very low ball deal. If he would take it, I'm gonna give it if he'll take it. Who else did we have? We had the small forward. Did I pass him? Where's Romeo Langford? Romeo Langford. I believe he was in the small forward category, y'all. Where is Romeo Langford? Or was he a shooting guard? No, Romeo Langford was a small forward. Where is Romeo Langford, y'all? I know he ain't this low and overall. Yeah, I don't see. There's Joe Wisekamp. Is there? He's not interested in negotiating. Why? What did we do? I see he's a -4, but shit, what that got to do with us? What did I do to make that happen? He was saying he wanted to sign back, and now he was refusing to sign. That's fine. Another open spot for us. I don't see Romeo Langford, though. Romeo Langford gonna miss his opportunity to come back to the Spurs because we can't find him. And I knew I had him at small forward, I believed. I'm gonna look in shooting guard. There he is, Romeo Langford. Okay. What would he want for a long-term deal? He would make more money than Lonnie Walker. $7 million per year for him. I'm gonna give him a 1-year deal for like $8 million. Sauce it up a little bit. See if they would accept it. Yeah, Lonnie Walker is taking a $19 million deal for 3 years. I'm not gonna complain about it. We got them both. I'm not gonna complain about it at all. Lonnie Walker might actually be traded. So now that we have what? We have 12 players. Let's just see before we fill out, because the rest of the spots are probably going to be the aging veterans to fill out the rest of the roster. So we had technical problems, but we back. Glad that I was able to catch it before we got to editing. But after we went and signed DeAndre Ayton, and after we went and brought back Lonnie Walker and Romeo Langford, we went out and we made a splash like I entertained and talked about with the Raptors, which is, if you see by these tweets, the Raptors traded away Pascal Siakam in a puzzling move that leaves a team without a starting caliber power forward, which is cap. They have Scotty Barnes. Raptors moved Pascal to Spurs for Jakopoto. Picking up Pascal Siakam, the Spurs have improved at the starting power forward position. And the full trade, let's go, League News transaction report. Boom. We traded Jakopoto, Keldon Johnson, Doug McDermott, and a 2023 first round top 5 protected pick to the Raptors for Pascal Siakam. So we look like this. DeJounte at the point guard, Johnny Davis at shooting guard. We still have Lonnie Walker, Primo, Romeo Langford. Devin Vassell is our lone small forward. We have Siakam, we have Sohan, we have Aiden, and we have Mark Williams. And then the Raptors, on the other hand, they have Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Keldon Johnson, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Precious Achiuwa, Kim Birch. So to me, fair trade. I like the trade for both sides. I know a lot of Raptor fans have this tie to Pascal Siakam, but I like the move. I like the move. The Raptors ain't got as much money tied up into one player. I think, Jakob Poeltl's expiring deal. You picked up another first-round pick along with the first-round pick that you have. You go younger. You give more opportunity and chance and opportunity to Scotty Barnes. Good. And on our end, we get a little bit more better. We're going to see how Pascal and Aiden is as a front court together. We still have DeJounte. We have some youth. And hopefully we can fill out the rest of the roster with some aging veterans. And we'll see how we do in the next episode. But it's a new look Spurs that's coming to town. The league better watch out. I'm out. Peace.